In this video, we will show you how to replace your front bumper cover on this Honda Accord. This will be mounted directly to the front of your vehicle. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Safely raise and support the front of your vehicle so you can make your way under. Once you're underneath the vehicle, we'll be paying attention along where the bumper cover meets to your lower splash shield. Along each corner of this area, you will find a 10mm headed bolt. And as you make your way towards the center, you'll be finding several push clips making their way all the way across to the other 10mm headed bolt. Let's start removing all this. As for the push clips, typically you want to carefully start removing the center. Once you get that down far enough, it should unlock, and then you can remove the outer portion as well. There should be one more right down here. Ours is missing. Now that we have all those broken free, let's continue on along each corner. We're going to remove the push pin that holds this in place. Now we'll make our way towards the wheel well. You should have a piece of mounting hardware right across here. Once you've removed that, we'll follow it all the way up to the top corner. We have a Phillips head screw. Remove that, and then we'll give this a light tug to pull it away from the fender. Let's do the same thing on the other side of the vehicle. Once you've finished in both wheel wells, make your way back up into the engine compartment. We're going to remove this plastic panel. You'll find that you have several push clips holding it in place. There are two different ones, one along each corner of the panel. To remove the push pins, you just want to go ahead and carefully start removing the center. As that lifts up, it will unlock, and then you can remove the outer portion as well. There we are. We'll continue on to all others. Lift up the center, pull it out of place. Take hold of this panel. We're going to start lifting it up and away from the grill. Set that aside. Once you have that out of the way, along each corner close to where the headlight is, you're going to find that you have a tab that goes up and over the bumper cover. We're going to slide the bumper cover out of this area. While I'm holding up inside this area, I'll also be grabbing along the corner of the bumper cover to start separating it and pulling it away. This side's broken free. I'll do the exact same thing on the other side. Now with the bumper cover over on the floor, we're going to continue on to removing things from it. Up along the top area, you will have the upper grille. That's held in place with 4 push clips and 2 Phillips head screws. We'll start by removing the push clips. Use a trim tool or screwdriver and pop them out of place. Push clips can look different. Should be one right here. We'll move along to our 2 Phillips head screws. You'll find that you have one on each upper corner. We'll set this aside. Now that we have the grille off, let's also remove the license plate bracket from the area. Looking along from the outside, you will be able to see that you have two 10mm headed bolts holding this in place along the bottom and one Phillips head screw along the top. Let's continue on along the backside here, and we'll start removing the lower grille from the area. You should find you have two Phillips head screws holding it in place along the top area. One of ours is broken down along here. Other than that, you'll have several locking clips that make their way along each side and the bottom of the grille. Remove our Phillips head screw. And now we'll continue on with a small pocket screwdriver. To remove this, we're going to have to make our way in between the grille and the bumper cover and gently pry away on the lock. Once you've done so, you can start lifting the grille away. Just continue making our way down the line. We'll give this a quick inspection and we can set it aside. Now it's time to remove our fog lamp covers. You'll have one of these on each side of the bumper cover. There's 5 locking points that hold this in place. Commonly, you can start from one side, make your way towards the other, and it'll just unlock. To unlock this, just like before, press in on the center, and you should be able to start pressing this out of place. We'll give it a quick inspection and do the exact same thing to the other fog lamp cover. Slide this out of here. There it is, friend. All right, it's time to prepare the bumper cover for installation. We'll start with the fog light covers. Coming in from the front here, we're going to align all 5 of our locking tabs with their corresponding holes and press it into place. We'll just double check to make sure we're locked in all the way around. Do the exact same thing on the other side. Now we can get our grille in place. As we bring this down, we want to pay attention to our locking points that come across the sides and the bottom, and to where our mounting bolts should line up. Get everything aligned before we press it all the way into the locked position. Press it in all the way across. Double check to make sure it's seated all the way around. Install your mounting screws. Should be one right here. Now we'll install our grille. I changed out my push clips, but otherwise for you, you would just go ahead and align this and put your push clips up and through. Get everything aligned here. Once you have that in place, we'll continue on to our 2 side mounting screws. Check the grill all the way across. Turn over the bumper cover and install your plate bracket. Got our Phillips head screw right in the top center. Two 10mm headed bolts down along the bottom. Little bolts in here. Let's get this over to the vehicle. Let's carefully get this bumper cover back on the vehicle. We'll bring it up along the top, aligning it with its mounting points, but we also need to pay attention along each side to ensure we're not damaging the headlights or scratching our paint. There we go. Now, before we continue on to each corner, let's continue up along the front here. We're going to put in our forward panel and all of our push clips, so we don't have to worry about the bumper cover falling off the vehicle. Slide this in here. What you'll find is as you make your way around this hood handle, you have to lift it up a little bit so you can slide it underneath that grill. Get this in position all the way across and then continue on with all of our push clips. As you remember, on each corner, you had a push clip that was different than all others. To install your push clips, you want to make sure you install the outer portion first and then lock it in by pressing in the center. Now we'll make our way towards the wheel well. Carefully take hold of your bumper cover. We're going to make sure that it's aligned coming underneath the headlamp and in this area of the fender. You can see you have the painted area, and then just under it you have a plastic bracket that this bumper cover will have to go between. We'll bring this up, put it in position, start tugging it rearward, and drive it in. Once we've done so, we'll put in our Phillips head screw in the corner. While you put in that screw, make sure you're holding the bumper cover in the proper position. We'll double check all the way across the fender and the headlamp assembly as we make our way over to the other side to do the exact same thing. Also inside your fender well, you should have another lower mounting point. So go ahead and reinstall that as well and make your way underneath this area. A small flap, we'll hold that in place, aligning the hole. Put our push pin in there. Obviously, we'll do the exact same thing on the other side of the vehicle. Once we've done so, we'll make our way directly under here. Let's start getting this back together here. We've got our 10mm bolts. We have one for each corner. As we make our way towards the center and across, we'll be using our push clips. There should be one right here. Go ahead and tighten up each of those 10mm headed mounting screws, and then we can make our way out from under here. Okay, friend, we showed you how to install your front bumper cover on your vehicle. At this point, you can go ahead and close the hood and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.